Last week, I made a video breaking down shadow stones. A lot of you informed me that I had missed a certain technique known as bunny hopping after using a shadow stone, so today I wanted to go even more into depth of what are the fastest modes of transportation in Fortnite Season 6. Before I get into everything in this video, I want to take a quick second and say that if you would like to support me for no additional charge, you can use my code FLAMINATOR in the item shop. If you don't buy V-Bucks, that's completely fine. I appreciate you just being here. So to start off, we're going to break down the brand new Quadcrasher and compare it to the ATK. The Quadcrasher is a four-wheeler that also has a booster, which allows you to destroy everything in your path without slowing down. The booster, of course, also allows you to go faster, but how much of the booster fuel should you use each time? You have the option to press the boost button once and it use up a minimum amount of fuel, a little bit over half, or you can choose to keep holding the boost button and use up more of the fuel. So I tested the speed of the Quadcrasher at 3 points. First, using the minimum amount of fuel, second, using 75% of the fuel, and third, using 100% of the fuel. So here's what it comes down to. When pressing the boost button once and then letting go, it takes a Quadcrasher 11 seconds and 3 frames, or 11.05 seconds, to go 25 planks when doing this continuously. Remember that a plank is a piece of wood laid flat on the ground and is approximately 5 meters. Next up, I tested it using 75% of the fuel, and it took the Quadcrasher 11 seconds and 3 frames to go 25 planks. That's right, exactly the same time. And finally, I tested it using 100% fuel, and it came out to be 11 seconds and 3 frames to go 25 planks. So yeah, no matter how long you hold your boost for, you will always fill back up at the same pace, and you will always go the same speed over extended distances. For a lot of games, they will typically have a mechanic where if you overheat a cooldown based device, then you will be more punished for it. That's not the case here. I personally prefer those types of mechanics because it increases the skill gap, but I guess Epic Games just didn't want that. Now what about the ATK? How does the ATK speed compare to the Quadcrasher? Well, if you didn't like the unoriginality of the Quadcrasher, you're not going to like this because yes, it is exactly the same as the Quadcrasher. 11 seconds and 3 frames. So which one is faster? Well, it depends on where you're going. If you're on a racetrack, then the ATK is going to be faster due to its ability to get boost increases when drifting. But if you're going in a straight line and that straight line involves houses or trees or just anything in your path, then the Quadcrasher is going to be way faster because of its ability to absolutely crush through anything in its way. Now, as I alluded to earlier, I want to, in this video, break down the fastest way to travel in Fortnite in Season 6. In my previous video, I had this chart showing the speeds of shadow stones and normal sprinting in Fortnite over a 45-second period. I chose 45 seconds because that is how long one shadow stone lasts. Well, right here is the updated chart in order of a worst transportation to best. The further distance you can go in 45 seconds, the better. A good way to visualize how far each of these distances are is using this map I created where every square is 200 meters or 40 planks in length and width. So from the bottom of Tilted Towers to the top is 200 meters. Back to the updated travel speeds, the first new thing you'll see added on the list is the shopping cart. The shopping cart takes 15 seconds and 49 frames to travel 25 planks when on a flat surface. That means that in 45 seconds you can travel 72 planks or 360 meters using a shopping cart. Now this is going to vary depending on your terrain. If you're going to be going down a lot of hills with the shopping cart, then you are going to be going a little bit faster. Likewise, if you're going up a lot of hills, then you're going to be moving a bit slower. Moving down the list after shopping carts, we have just plain shadow mode. This is how fast you'll be moving in shadow mode if you don't use any of the geysers around the map. Then we have shadow stones plus the use of one geyser to give you a boost. Following that, we have the Quadcrasher and the ATKs in the middle of the pack being able to travel about 510 meters in just 45 seconds. Now we're moving into the really insane kings of traveling. First up, we have using a shadow stone, then using a geyser, and then bunny hopping once you hit the ground. This is no easy task to pull off. The furthest distance I was personally able to go was 650 meters, but I think it's possible you could get closer up to 700 meters with a perfect run. But as I mentioned, this is no piece of cake to perform. You have to have exquisite timing as well as a little bit of luck. The very second you hit the ground after using a geyser, you need to press the jump button in order to carry your momentum forward. Repeat this process every time you're about to hit the ground, and you can keep that momentum going for the entire 45 seconds. But if at any point you run into a tree or a building or anything else, then all of your momentum will be stopped and you'll go back to normal shadow stone traveling speed. There is no downside to attempting this strategy because even if you fail, you will still be able to go an extended distance in shadow mode, but keep in mind that using a shadow mode with a geyser could result in you traveling closer to 460 meters instead of 650 meters. It all depends on how well you are able to pull off that bunny hopping technique. Moving on, we have a more consistent way of going 650 meters, and that is using a rift. This mode of transportation, just like most, depends on where you're going. For me, I was able to travel 600 meters in 33 seconds, but if you're going to a place that has lower sea level, then you're going to be able to travel a little bit farther. Now, since I only used up 33 seconds to travel in the rift, I still have 12 seconds left to reach 45 seconds, which when calculated ends up being 665 meters in total distance for a 45-second stretch where I'm using a rift and then I'm just sprinting in normal mode. And finally, here we are at the final transportation device in Season 6. I'm sure you have all been having your eyes on this the entire time because there are no definitive numbers. Well, I can tell you that it's over 1,000 meters easily, but the potential for this is nearly unlimited. If done right, you could travel the entire length of the map. So how are you able to do this? Well, the strategy involves you shooting the cube that is underneath the floating island and picking up a shadow stone before it shoots you, or while it shoots you. Just make sure you pick it up before it flings you across the map, because once it shoots you, it's going to fling you up into the air, and if you do not have a shadow stone, then it will result in your immediate demise. If you do have a shadow stone, then you will survive, but it will also be at the cost of 30 base health. Now this is a very tricky process to accomplish because once you shoot the cube with the correct number of bullets, then it will charge up and shoot you very quickly. So what is the magic number of bullets you need to shoot the cube with in order to get this reaction? Well, for all full auto assault rifles, the magic number is 4. So all you have to do is shoot 3 bullets, get in position next to a shadow stone, fire the 4th bullet, and immediately pick up the stone. But what if you don't have a full auto assault rifle on you? Well, lucky for you, I tested every single weapon. Any burst weapon requires 2 bursts in order to activate the cube, so that goes for the burst assault rifle as well as the dual wield pistols. When it comes to SMGs, the white SMG requires 15 bullets, the green and blue SMG require 14 bullets, and the compact SMGs, the purple and gold, require 12 bullets. For the white and green pistol, it requires 6 bullets to activate the cube. For the blue and purple silenced pistols, it requires 5 bullets. The scoped AR takes 5 bullets, the thermal scoped AR takes 3 bullets, the hand cannons require 2 bullets for both rarities, the semi-auto sniper and the hunting rifle require 2 bullets, and the bolt action and heavy sniper rifles require 1 bullet to get the cube to activate. So there it is, the best ways to travel in Fortnite in Season 6. There are a lot of variables that will still go into this. These aren't definitive numbers, but it does give you a very good idea of how fast you can potentially go with these different strategies. Anyway, that is all that I have for this video. I hope that it was informative. If you are new here and would like to see more of this type of content, feel free to subscribe. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you so very much. I truly do appreciate it, and I'll catch you all in my next video.